Hi, and welcome to Faith and Flour. I'm Robin, and this week I have a little bit of everything for you, starting with my grocery haul from Walmart, followed by what's happening in the kitchen, what I'm doing for Bible study this year, and finally, what I'm wearing for late winter and early spring. Some homemaker life inspiration and motivation to start your week. This week, I decided to give Walmart a try. I was looking online and comparing some prices, and they had consistently lower prices than our regular grocery store, and I'm probably not going to be going back to Costco this week, so I thought I would do a little bit of stocking up at Walmart and try out their curbside service. So I'm sorry if it's a little noisy in here. I've got the dishwasher going, and the guys are outside doing some chainsawing. We are still trying to get rid of all of the debris that we had after the storm. So they're working on that. And I went to Walmart and picked up this order. So I'm gonna show you quickly what I got. So I got a big 10-pound bag of these russet potatoes. They actually substituted this. I think I had requested the 5-pound bag, but I okayed this one. I think that's fine. We'll be able to eat all of these, especially with all of the soups and things that I'm planning on making. I also got these sweet potatoes. We love sweet potatoes, and I've really been liking the ones that I get from H-E-B, so I hope that these are gonna be good. Some tearless sweet onions. I don't know about the tearless, but we do like sweet onions, and I needed some more of those. I got a big 5-pound bag of carrots. These are great for soups, and I think I'm going to try some fermented sort of pickled carrots. So I wanted to make sure I had lots of those. Also celery for soups. I got some pickling and salad cucumbers because I want to try some fermented pickles. So we're going to use those this week, and I think I'm going to show you in this video how I did that. And I also picked up some fresh cilantro and some fresh dill. I was also really happy to see that they have this caramel macchiato creamer, and oh, I see that they sent me the wrong one. I wanted the one that is the almond and what is it? Almond and oat milk one, I think, is what I requested. So, wrong substitution there, but Patrick will like that, so he can have it. And also ground turmeric. I think I requested the one that wasn't organic, and they must have been out. So I got the organic one, which is fine. Also some dried blueberries. These have been really good in the granola that I've been eating for breakfast lately, so I got a few more of those. I needed some more bread flour. As you saw in my last video, I was doing some restocking of the pantry that we have in our kitchen, and I want to make sure I get another bag for the backup that we have in our prepper pantry. Same with the canned goods. These were a good price this week, so I got 4 cans of the pineapple chunks and 4 cans of the sliced pears. Also, pizza crust. This is Peyton's favorite. So if you need gluten-free pizza crust, this one comes highly recommended from him. I think I asked for 2, but I only got 1. Same for these table crackers. He really likes those. And the gluten-free oats, these are the ones that we really like. We also get them from Trader Joe's, but I'm not going there anytime soon. So I got 2 bags of that. I also got 4 boxes of this cheeseburger dinner kit. It's basically like Hamburger Helper, but it's gluten-free. And I remembered after I put in the order that the one that we tried and really liked is from Annie's brand. So we haven't actually tried this, so I'm taking a little bit of a risk because I got 4 boxes of them, but hopefully it's something that Peyton will like. He just really loves things like that every once in a while, and they're really good to have in the prepper pantry, and they're also a great price. I wanted to stock up on the jasmine rice. This is our favorite kind of rice. So I've got a backup bag of that for the prepper pantry. And I'm going to make some split pea soup this week. So I got a bag of those. And that's it for this Walmart haul. I'm pretty happy with it. The prices were really good, and they just made one mistake with the coffee creamer. So far it's pretty good, and I might be trying them again soon. In the kitchen this week, I used my sourdough starter to make some English muffins and a sandwich loaf made in the bread machine. And this is a routine that I've gotten into lately that really works when I feed my starter to make both of these at the same time. While my bread is rising in the machine, and as you know, I haven't had 100% success with that, but this loaf seems to be going really well. I'm going to try to make some fermented pickles. I've never done this before, but I'm following the instructions that I got from Mary over at Mary's Nest, so I'll have those videos listed down in the description box for you if you want to give it a try. But I'm really becoming more and more interested in fermented foods, and this looks like something very straightforward and easy to try. Traditionally, people in our culture ate a lot of fermented foods. It was a great way to preserve foods, and we've gotten away from that. So I wanted to reintroduce some of those really good probiotics back into our diet really naturally and enjoy some foods that I can make here in our own kitchen. If you've never done this before, you'll probably be surprised at how easy this is and how few ingredients that you need to do it. I'm using the carrots and the pickling cucumbers that I just got from Walmart, and these are really nice quality vegetables, very fresh, and so I'm cutting everything up, and I will do them each in their own jars, but they are essentially the same recipe. I've also got some fresh dill from my grocery haul, and the recipe calls for some pickling spice, and I have a recipe for homemade pickling spice. It comes from this home preserving book from Ball. This is something that every kitchen should definitely have in their recipe book collection. It is just filled with tons of amazing information, and so I don't have quite every spice on this list, but I do have most of them, and instead of purchasing a pre-made pickling spice, I think I can make something close enough that will make these pickles taste really great. After slicing these cucumbers into spears, I pack them very tightly into the mason jar, and as you can see, I put a tablespoon of the pickling spice in the bottom of the jar. To keep the pickles crisp, adding a bay leaf is something that is suggested by Mary. So even though I had some in the pickling spice, I added one extra one that I sort of tucked in on the side. I also wanted to add in some fresh dill to give these a great dill flavor. And so I also packed in a few of those sprigs along the side of the jar as well. Next, I mixed in 2 tablespoons of a coarse sea salt into some filtered water. And filtered water is important. You don't want to have water that has any chlorine in it because that will inhibit the growth of the good bacteria that we're trying to achieve here. Once the salt is dissolved, I can pour that into the jar and then top up the rest of the jar with some fresh, unfiltered water just to make sure that the cucumbers are completely covered. It's important that the cucumbers stay submerged, so I'm going to use a pickling weight. I use these when I make my sauerkraut, and if you are looking for any of the items I'm using in today's video, you can find them down in the description box or in my Amazon store. And that's all there is to it. I'm just going to set the jar on the countertop. I'm going to put a little dish underneath because there will be some bubbling happening and a little bit of the liquid might escape. But basically it will stay on the countertop for probably about 7 days because my kitchen is kind of cold this time of year. But Mary has all of the details in her video, so definitely check those out, and the link for those will be down in the description box. And for the carrots, it's really essentially the same thing. So I'm going to cut up the carrots into as uniform size as I can get, pack those in the jar, and do the same steps that I did for the cucumbers. I did notice she did one thing different for the carrots than she did for the cucumbers, and that was she added the salt directly to the jar and then topped the carrots off with the filtered water. So I'm going to try it that way instead of dissolving the salt this time, just for sort of an experiment and because it's just a little bit easier. These will sit on the countertop for 7 days. As I said, our kitchen is cold, so I'm expecting that it'll probably take that long, and I will open the jars each day to make sure any gas that's building up in there can be released, and I'll be checked for bubbling. I'll taste test, and when they're ready, I'll put them in the refrigerator, and there they should last for about 6 months. My bread just finished baking, so as I check it, I see that I got a really good rise this go round. In fact, it's practically bursting out of the machine. This loaf turned out to be the best one yet. So sourdough can be kind of finicky. I have to say I have a lot more success than failures with it. And when it does turn out, it is so worth it. So I will leave the instructions down in the description box in case you're interested in trying it too. Most of the time when people refer to self-care, they're talking about things like doing your nails. And while I like doing those things too, and I think that good grooming is really important and taking time for yourself is great, I feel like feeding your soul is the most important thing that you can do for self-care. And so that's why I want to talk about what I'm doing for Bible study this year. I love spending time in God's Word every day using the Bible recap, and I'm doing that again this year in addition to something else that I will tell you in a couple of minutes. I did a whole video on how I do this, and I will link that down in the description box if you want more information. Basically, it's a chronological reading plan for reading the Bible in 1 year with an accompanying podcast. It's all free, and as I said, check the description box for more information. Every year I have done it with a group of friends. We're studying something else this year, but I'm continuing to do it with Patrick, my husband, every day. And I think that it's really great to do in community with other believers. You can start any time of the year and connect with others on Instagram using the hashtag Bible Restart. This group was started by Diana and Dawn from The Minimal Mom, and it's a great way to find others who are spending time reading the Bible every day. So check them out to connect with others or find some friends and get started. In addition to the Bible recap, with my friends, we are taking a deeper dive into the book of Revelation. We meet once a week, either virtually or in person, to discuss what we read and our notes on the sermon series that we are listening to. We are following a 72-part series that we will complete over the course of 6 months, listening to 3 sermons each week. It's very detailed and thorough, and we are learning so much. And I will have the details, as I said, down in the description box if you would like to do that as well. And in addition, I would suggest the sermon series by Matt Chandler that you can watch here on YouTube. It is a 12-part series that is more of an overview, and I think it is excellent too. Let me know down in the comments what you are doing as far as Bible study this year. I'd really love to know. Let's talk winter wardrobe. I have not been doing a very good job of keeping you guys up to date with my 10-item wardrobe, but I thought I'd check in and just show you some of the things that I've added to my wardrobe this winter or early spring. I tend to keep a lot of my items the same from year to year, so most everything in my wardrobe are things that you've already seen, but these are a couple of new pieces. These are the slim boyfriend Mercer jeans in the color bone and the long sleeve v-neck tee Marcy in crimson, both by Mott & Bow. I've added 2 pairs of shoes to my wardrobe, both by Vivea. These are the Audrey round-toed embroidered loafers, and I love them. I think they're so adorable and so comfortable. You can check out all that they have to offer by using my link down in the description box along with the code FF15 to get 15% off your order. I have been working with Mott & Bow and Vivea for a long time, and I can attest to the quality of the clothing and shoes that they offer. I love having these items in my wardrobe because they really do stand the test of time, and I always bring them back season after season. I live in Texas, so our weather varies wildly this time of year. We can have below freezing temperatures one day and 70-degree weather the next. So throwing on a cardigan sweater is a great way for me to make those adjustments when I need a little extra warmth. And I found this one on Amazon, and I have several cardigans from Amazon that I am enjoying right now. And I will have a few of those linked down in the description box for you to check out as well. These are the other pair of shoes that I chose from Vivea. They are the Margot 2.0 square toe V-cut flats. Again, I think they look great, but even more importantly, they are so comfortable. They make a great addition to my wardrobe any time of the year. Another Amazon find is this gray wrap sweater. I think it looks great with these off-white jeans. It ties on the side so you can adjust it quite a bit. And I've worn this in a couple of previous videos, and I always get lots of compliments when I do. Finding warm winter dresses has been a challenge for me, but I discovered this one on Amazon and I'm really pleased with it. It is a sweater dress and it's sort of a mock wrap dress, so it doesn't actually wrap, which is great, meaning you don't have to constantly adjust it throughout the day. It's warm, and I found that if you just size up once, I normally take a small, so I moved to a medium. It has a really great fit. It doesn't cling too much, if you know what I mean, and I am really enjoying this dress. I'm considering this dress an extra because it's not something that I'm wearing on a daily basis, so I don't include it in my core items. I also wanted to show you these beautiful earrings sent to me by Rachel. You guys know I've been a fan of Rachel Lynn jewelry for a long time. Rachel has started a new company called Penelope. Penelope offers beautiful high quality pieces made of 14 karat gold. The collection of fine jewelry features bohemian, minimal, and classic designs like these called the Penelope Dangle Earrings. Use my link and code in the description box to receive 15% off your order at Penelope Jewelry Company. I also found a great wool blend skirt on Amazon. I love this skirt. I love the retro feel and it's very warm. It's also lined and has pockets. My shoes are another pair that I've had from Vivea for a while. I think they look really cute and very appropriate with this skirt. The blouse is actually the shirt dress that I showed you last spring from Lily Silk. It's still a little bit cold to wear this by itself, but it works really great with a skirt. I hope you enjoyed this little peek into what's going on with my wardrobe right now and also my week of homemaking. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and if you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you do that before you go. We would love to have you join us here at Faith and Flower. I'll see you next Sunday at 2 o'clock Central Time, and until then, have a wonderful week.